Hey everyone, this is your boy Rufus Kelly, and I'm inviting you to my debut album titled God's Purpose. Now, this album is not just about the song, it's actually about the message within the song. And I want you to know that you will have a special encounter with God. And there are other unique ministers of music that will be gracing the occasion. The tickets are on sale, the t-shirts are also on sale. The event will be at New Breed Grace Global Ministries in Fort Worth, Texas at 7 p.m. Do not miss this for anything. My people from the West, the East, the South, the North Coast, I'm expecting all of you guys to come up and bless me. Bless me with this occasion, support the ministry, and I look forward to see you guys. But not only looking forward to see you, but to have an encounter with God and be blessed. See you soon.
A joy I can't deny, despite all those stories they have told me. I am going.
Good evening and a pleasant welcome to another interview on the Rahim Show. And as you all know, I'm your host, Ricky Ali. Today I've been joined by Prince Kiamon, who have been on the show, made his first appearance when we had that interview about our country, Mama Liberia. And today we have been joined by a special guest, Mr. Michael B. I hope I'm getting the name right. So I want to welcome our viewer on Facebook and YouTube. I want to say thanks for stopping by to be a part of our interview show on the Rahim Show. So this is how we're going to run the show, guys. If you're watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, you might want to hit the like button, share the podcast, and make some comment. We will highly appreciate you for that. Prince is going to introduce Mr. Michael, and then we're going to play a short clip about his story. And then after that, we set that tune for what we actually want to dive into. So, folks, I want to welcome you to our show tonight, and it's going to be brief. So we want you to stop by and enjoy some of the conversation, and also learn from our guest story as he, explain more about some of his situation. So, Michael, you're welcome to the Rahim Show. We are glad that you have, come to share your story. So, Prince is going to do an introduction of you, and then you can elaborate more. Then we will play the video to set the stage for our discussion. So,
Thank
Prince,
you.
go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So once again, thank you, Brother Rahim, for the good introduction. So this is our brother Marcus. I had the pleasure of meeting Marcus some weeks ago. I worked along with him as an aide, and just seeing his day-to-day life and his experiences, and besides seeing his situation, but just being able to explore his mind as an individual and see who he is as a person, having a whole week and a half or 2 weeks. I've known him for a bit. I just felt like this is a man who the rest of the public can benefit from him sharing his story. And I was inspired, and I only felt it was right for him to come on this platform, for him to basically share his experience, his wisdom, his knowledge with the rest of the world. You understand? So, I really don't want to get too much or say too much of his story, but all I can say is he's a man who is not allowed life to determine his current situation. He's very driven, he's motivated, he's ambitious, he's hardworking, he's intelligent, but besides all of that, he's a very good human being. He don't treat other people any type of way because life has dealt him whatever it has dealt him. So this once again, this is my big brother. He's a father figure, he's an inspiration, and he's a funny guy. So so let's not get outside of that. So this is Marcus again, and I will give him a opportunity to speak, just to give his quick introduction before we get to the video. Once again, he's a very determined guy, hardworking, ambitious, and besides all of that, he's a great person. And I do not want to spoil it for you guys because we have a lot to dissect tonight. So I'll just give him a quick opportunity to say one or two words, and we'll let the video do the rest of the talking, and then we'll get back to the rest of the show. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Prince. All right, Michael, go ahead.
For starters, I would like to thank you for all the pleasant things he has said about me. I feel very good about those things you say about me, brother. I appreciate it.
Of course.
My name is Mr. Marcus B. I'm from Yonkers, New York. I was born in Yonkers, New York also. In 2010, July 2010, I was in a very terrible motorcycle accident in Yonkers also, where I suffered from a traumatic brain injury in a right arm above the elbow and right leg above the knee amputation. I spent 4.5 years in a nursing facility after that, and I fought and fought and fought to actually come back out to the community, which I actually was able to come home, and I have home health aides. That's how I met Mr. Prince here. Very good guy, very pleasant to be around. That's the big that you want to talk about the nursing home lifestyle, or you want to ask questions about it, or what's next?
That is a good brief introduction, and Michael, it's good to have you on the show. I was moved with tears when you were talking about that terrible accident. But we want to play the video for our viewer out there who are watching the show via Facebook or YouTube. Please share the video, make some comment as you hear Michael share his story, using his story to impact the world. We're going to play a short clip, and we want everybody to watch the clip and see how powerful and motivation Mr. Michael is to use his story, see how his condition did not impact his ability to make a change to this world. So let's watch the video and see how his story is.
Be able to transfer by himself. Ever.
Today marks 11 years since the accident that tremendously impacted my life. In fact, the circumstances were so grave, my life almost ended. It was the prognosis of the physicians attending to me that I wouldn't live through the night. Well, they were proven wrong. My eyes opened and I saw light again. The world I had opened my eyes to and drew breath from was a starkly different one from the one I had before this awful occurrence. The doctors and personnel tasked with improving my physical condition had reached another conclusion. They said I'd never be able to perform everyday tasks without help from someone else. I knew in my heart this wasn't the case. Besides, these were the same people I had to prove wrong once before when they said I wouldn't survive. I knew I proved them wrong once again. These days, do I need assistance? Yes. To the degree the professional said it would be? Absolutely not. The goal of achieving even basic lifestyle activities seemed unattainable. 11 years later, I take a reflective look back on the hardships that brought me here. The pandemic of 2019 was a dark cloud. I found a silver lining in it though. The extra quarantine time gave me enough time to integrate a cardio exercise program into my daily regimen. I was doing cardio about 3 to 4 times a week for about an hour and ended up losing a considerable amount of weight. Just so you know, I don't make these videos for me. I make these videos for you, who don't feel you can get out of bed. I make these videos for you, people who feel your day at work is just too hard. I make these videos for you, who struggle in your marriage. I make these videos for you, who don't feel there's no point in moving forward. I make these videos for you, who just feel like giving up. I make these videos for you, who feel there's no room to improve. I make these videos to show and improve there's always a better day ahead. Therefore, I don't make these videos for you. I make these videos for us.
Wow. What an incredible story being framed by you. I don't know how to begin our conversation tonight, but I'm moved with tears in my heart, to see somebody, with terrible, with such a, horrible accident and able to even drive to the point where, I don't know what to say, but Prince, it's not easy, man. Prince, but I really appreciate your help, to Michael, man, because this story is very, very, it's very sad, and I also appreciate Michael for being here to share his story, knowing that, he had a kind of terrible accident, but yet he didn't, look at his present condition, but he's always making impact to other people who share the same story. So I'm kind of emotional right now because of that story. But Michael's, somebody asked a question about how you manage to do all of what you do, because knowing that if somebody was in the same situation like you, they won't have that
Well,
zeal or that ability to already cope with the situation. But how did you manage to do what you do?
all right. If you see that video you posted, that's my last video.
Okay.
See the first video where I was actually on the public bus. I was
Okay.
taking public transportation and stuff like that just to get around. So to answer the question that you asked, you have to always see it within yourself. Nobody can make you do it. You have to want to do it for yourself. You got to know your worth and know what you deserve. And if you got to fight for it, you got to fight for it. Because I've worked since I was young, so I had the bills to pay ahead. The credits that you get from Medicaid and Medicare and stuff like that, where I could stay in a nursing home. I could have been okay with that life for the rest of my life. I would have been taken care of. But I always knew that there was more to me than to stay inside that facility. So I fought and fought and fought to where I had to get out. And I'm out now. I'm in my apartment. I acquired getting my driver's license again. I acquired working for the mayor. So it's like you have to find it within yourself, because nobody would have did it for me. I would still be in that facility. But I always knew my worth and knew I deserved more. So I got out and I achieved it.
Yeah. Someone would say it's a huge challenge for you. So how do you face the challenge and realizing that as much as knowing your condition, but yet you still remain steadfast?
It's always going to be a challenge. Believe it or not, in this lifestyle, it's always going to be a challenge. I need help with basically everything. I need help with basically everything, to eating, cleaning, everything in my household. I need help with it. But I always try to achieve it, to do what I can do for myself. And I try to get, good help to come here and assist me with it. Because that's the bad side too, because you get home health aides that don't want to do their job. They don't want to take care of you. They don't want to help you. They don't want to inspire you to do more. But you just sit back and do nothing. You have a filthy house and you lay around. You won't take care of yourself. You won't care for yourself or anything. So
So
go ahead.
so Marcus, not to cut you off, right? So before we start to go in depth with what the situation is now, we just want to kind of get like a background of what was life like for you prior to the incident that happened, okay? So
Oh,
we just kind of want to get like if
okay.
you can touch upon like just life prior to the incident. What was life like to you before you got in the
Yeah.
situation?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Life prior to my accident. I always held a job on the books. I worked for the Department of Social Services, like an escort service, to take the child protective services to people's houses to keep them as protection, like a good security guard. You know what I'm saying? One on one. Besides that, I have my family at home. I have two beautiful daughters. I work during the week. I work with Department of Social Services. On the weekends, I bounce. On the weekend, I was a bouncer, so I would bounce in certain nightclubs and stuff like that in Yonkers and White Plains. Um, I was a car guy. I loved cars. Go go to the track, to the car races and stuff like that. And I also in a motorcycle club. I converted to riding motorcycles, which got me like this condition. I was a motorcycle rider. I'm a part of Forsaken MC from Yonkers, New York. Um, I love to be on the scene of having a good time with good people, helping people. If I could help somebody, I always want to help people. That's why, I love when I meet a good person I see that's going to help me, I gravitate towards those people because I know they got a heart shaped like mine.
Okay.
So
Okay.
someone just shoot me a text and they said, "Oh, I just watched the video and I want to know what you know drive Michael to do what he actually does, because I mean with somebody uh, with such a condition, I don't think they will have the ability to do what they do. So somebody's asking what motivate or what drives you, to actually do that and use your story to impact others.
To be 100% honest with you, I can't really answer that question. It was just always inside of me. I just always knew that I deserved more. I hated that lifestyle that I was in. I despised it daily. But something was always inside me telling me, you know what, you could be here, but nah, you're more than this. You could get out. You're still young. There's still a future ahead of you.
Okay.
Something that always inside me, killing me in the back of my brain. Even sometimes I did sit.
It's more of an inner voice that just keep telling you, yeah,
Yes,
Yeah, of course.
yes, yes. Look, don't get me wrong. We all go through bad times.
yeah,
You
absolutely,
two, you guys are able-bodied people. You know what I'm saying? You're able-bodied human beings. So, with that being said, there's times you have to sit back and be like, "Damn, this is not good," or "Damn, this sucks." But then you get past it and you get back to your regular lifestyle, right?
yeah,
Go through it every day. Not every day, but sometimes I have those moments where I'm like, "Oh man, this lifestyle blows." I
yeah.
go to sleep. I wake up. It's like hitting a reset button. I'm back on the ball trying to have a good day with a smile on my face every day.
So how often do you drive? Because I mean, I saw you in a video, how you left for the wheelchair and then you got in the car and you drive. So how
I,
often do you do the driving? Is it something that you do on a regular basis?
yes,
Is it a form of exercise, required?
yes, I drive. I drive daily. I'll probably be in the house
Okay.
maybe a full 2 days out the week completely. But other than that, I like to get out the house. I don't know why, but sitting within these four walls, it doesn't. I don't feel happy. I don't know why. So I get out. If I have to, I go do Uber. I'll Uber at nighttime. You know what I'm saying? Pick up a few passengers, drop off, make a few dollars, and then come back home and call it a night.
So someone here who asked the question say, "Thank you for your answer. I'm really moved by your story, but the offer that they're going to pray along with you as well. We just a good things to hear from somebody who is moved with compassion about your story. So one thing I realized about how your intensity about how you don't see your present condition as something that affects your ability to know what to do, but you keep moving because you see yourself as a light, that you can impact other people who have the same situation. So somebody is saying that, for instance, you who have such a critical condition, what would be your advice to somebody who might have similar situation but yet giving up so soon?
My best advice to that person would be always look for the better you. The better you is always there.
That's good.
Don't let the wheelchair define you. Let you define yourself. Because only you can hold yourself back. Nobody could do that but you. So only you could push yourself forward.
Yeah,
You can never let your lifestyle get you down to where you give up.
yeah,
Never give up on yourself.
yeah.
You gotta always push forth to that better day. Because that better day is there. It's just waiting. You just gotta find it.
That's true.
And not to cut you guys off. I know Marcus, you saw a little smirk on my face. Marcus and I, not to get off topic, brother Rahim.
Yeah,
Marcus and I, we have this little sense of humor thing that it's a competition between us. You know exactly what I'm talking about. He was going crazy the last statement he was making. At the with the brain this time. but what I would say is you know that was one thing that inspired me. About him because when I first when the very first time I met him, we clicked from the
okay.
very jump because our sense of humor is very similar.
Similar,
You
yeah.
understand? And I'm the type of person I like to laugh and play around a lot. And I noticed that about him. So for me to interact with him, um, the circumstance, I didn't pay mind to that. I
Okay.
didn't pay attention to
Yeah,
the circumstance because we connected as two individuals, as two people from the jump.
Yeah.
So whatever situation it was, it just made my job easier because like he and I will be laughing about something. We'll be in the moment of doing something that
Yeah.
is very serious,
Yeah.
but we will be so unserious about it.
Yeah.
You know, like our mind will be somewhere else while we're supposed to be focused, paying attention to what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So just to touch upon the question that person that asked, and like he said, it's just something that's in him,
Yeah.
Paul's Marcus. But but it's just a part of him as a person. And you know, uh, quite often we just have this thing about us as individuals that we can't explain, you know, and that's one thing I recognize about him. You know, he has his workout routine. He just has so much that he's gonna touch upon. But one thing I want him to share a light on is because I might know, you know, and you might know, brother Rahim, but other viewers out there might
Yeah.
not know. But I just want him to touch upon how he got into the current situation that he's in, because you know he has his personal desire and pleasure, as we all have things that we like and love, you understand,
Yeah.
that we never know where it can lead us. So I just wanted him to kind of shed a little bit of light on how he got into the situation that he's currently in, you
Okay.
understand. So that's just something I want him to share with everyone that's watching.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. So Michael, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Well, as I told you before, I was a bike rider. You know, one night we went to an event. You know, we're partying hard. You know, we're hanging out, and we left from the event. Was driving. Are y'all familiar with Yonkers? Any by any chance?
You said what?
Is anybody familiar with Yonkers by any chance?
Of
Yeah.
course, yeah. Yeah. Well, I am, yeah.
Okay, so
You mean a thing younger? Oh.
Yonkers,
No, no, Yonkers, the city of
Oh,
Yonkers.
younger. Yeah. Yeah. City. Okay. All right.
yeah. So we're leaving the event, and out of nowhere, I don't know what happened. It started raining, and as I was riding down Yonkers Avenue by Nepperhan, where it splits, I lost control of my motorcycle. The vision is, the memory is still blurry, and I lost control and got into a terrible accident. That's where I died on the scene. They had to
Hmm.
revive me 3 times, and then I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital in a coma for about a month, and then I was revived from the coma, and that's when I woke up, and I was in the hospital bed, and again, like it's like I say, we shoot for the stars. One of the things that we love and we desire. I love riding motorcycles. I was a speed racer, but you know, on a highway, on a motorcycle, of course, you know, we open up and we wild, you know, we go a little wild with it. But I was a pretty safe rider, but I lost the control. I lost control doing something that I found very fun, that I love doing. Them playing the parties, the women, might I add. You know what I'm saying? I can't
I
lie.
mean, anyone can go to a party though. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you know, those are the things, you know, I love to do, and you
Yeah.
know, I just took a bad spin on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Marcus, I will ask you a question, right? And one thing that really stuck with me was I'm not saying you're Aristotle with the poems or nothing,
Yeah.
Hmm.
but you know, with your point, you had this poem that led up to I'm not doing this for you, I'm doing this for us.
Yeah,
But you basically broke down, and I like how you ended it. You understand, and you started off. I can't remember
yeah,
verbatim what each line was. You
yeah,
were saying, "I don't do this for me. I do this for you. I don't do this for me. I do this for you." And then you ended with, "I don't do this for me. I do this for us."
yeah,
You understand?
yeah.
And I just kind of want to like when you was writing that, like where was your frame of mind, and like how challenging was it for you just to accept the fact that I want to understand the entire experience of you coming up with that, and when did you accept that, you know what, there are people out there who I'm not just doing it just entirely for myself. I'm doing it for them. And when did you realize you're not just doing it for them, but you're doing it for us? Like, how
Be-
was that whole experience of you writing that?
because I realized I've been in a situation, I was making progressional videos every year. I would like to make a videos to say, you know what, I did this year.
Okay.
I did this year. You know, I achieved this year, and I achieved this year. I would do that every year just for myself to see it. But as I'm making these videos and I'm uploading them to YouTube and stuff like that, so many people is watching. So many people like, oh my God, you inspire me. Oh my God, I felt like giving up on this. And if I see that you could do it and you could wake up every day and want to go out and try to achieve something, why should I give up? Why should I look at myself? Why am I kicking myself in the ass for, you know, having a bad day when I could see you? You could still get up every day. You could put a smile on your face and still move forward. That made me look at making videos because it helps people. People go through everything in life. They go through terrible things. So if they could see what I go through and I could wake up with a smile on my face and try to achieve something new for that day and then put a smile on their face where they don't give up. And mental illness is a terrible thing these days. These days, everybody's depressed. Everybody's going through anxiety. Everybody's going through this and that. So if I could let somebody see me do something and they could say, damn, if he could do it, I could do it.
Yeah.
I feel good about that. That puts a smile on my face that I know I'm helping somebody.
Yeah. So for our viewer out there who are watching the show via Facebook and YouTube, I want to say welcome to the Rahim Show tonight. We are having an interview on the Rahim Show, and I'm being joined by Prince, who made an appearance here twice. And then also we have a guest today, Michael B. He's using his story to tell the world that no matter your condition, you have to be resilient. So, Michael, somebody has shoot me a question here about what do you do for fun? That's what I want to know.
What do I do for fun?
What do you do for fun?
This guy, he starts laughing. You see this guy here? He starts laughing right away, right? He starts laughing right away. He spent 1 week with me. And he thinks he knows me now. He knows me. Honestly, just being around good people, good music.
Yeah.
And I hop in my car. Just hop in my car, go on a highway, just drive a state up. Just go drive and let the wind blow through my hair. Not much, but I have some, you know what I'm saying? You know, let the wind blow on top of his hair, you know what I'm saying? Like, those are the things that those things make me get through the day. I won't lie to you. If I didn't have, you know, my decent apartment to come home to, if I didn't have the car that I have to drive up the highways in, if I didn't have the good people as my lifestyle in my life that I have, I won't lie, I probably would be depressed because it's difficult. It's not easy to say, okay, it's easy to be 1 minute fully independent, go to sleep, wake up fully dependent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That will never be easy for anybody. So those are the things I love to do, to put a smile on my face. You know, I enjoy myself with those things.
Okay. Yeah, so first of all, I want to tell our viewer out there, please share the podcast, make some comment. We highly appreciate you for that. We are being joined by Marcus B, who is who's somebody who had a terrible accident, but yet he is using his story to impact the world. I guess a lot of people who are watching the show might share similar, situation, but yet he is now standing up to tell people that no matter your present condition, you can make a change. So that's what he stands for. So, Michael, somebody asked a question here. They say that what accommodation are helpful for you? What accommodation are helpful for you?
Accommodation as in what assistance do I need?
Yeah.
Oh, like I said earlier, like Prince, you know, I need.
The point here is a lot of times these shows are shared, and somebody might view these things maybe on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, and might just come across the story and say, "Oh, this guy, I really admire his story, and I saw the video, but let me see what I can reach out to the owner of the video, and once maybe I get contacted, I can be able to say, oh yeah, this is Michael, get his number, somebody get contact with you, because you see sometimes." I tell you, people watch these things and they are moved with compassion, and you never know. I mean, somebody could see you doing such an incredible video, knowing that your circumstances. A lot of people in a similar situation can't even do this. and to
Yeah.
see somebody like you doing this, and so that's what the question is about.
But with that, it's not even that they can't do it. Because
Yeah,
any do anything, as long as you do your best, that's all that counts.
yeah,
And they may not be able to look. There's many things I can't do. I wish I could be how you guys move around. I wish I could move around like you guys.
yeah,
Yeah, but you know what? I say one day I will.
yeah.
One day I look forward to being able to move around like you guys and do the same things you guys do.
With positive attitude. Yeah, yeah,
You know, you have to always be positive. We're all gonna go through hard times in life. It's not gonna be easy for anybody
yeah,
at all times. So you gotta always put it in yourself to know, okay, you know what, today's gonna be a bad day, but tomorrow's gonna be better. And
yeah,
if tomorrow's not better, guess what? Tomorrow's gonna be better. And if that day's not better, guess what? The day after that's gonna be better. Keep telling
yeah,
yourself that, and trust me, it's gonna come. It's gonna come for all of us.
yeah, yeah. So, Prince, you got anything to Michael? We want to take a little
Oh,
small break when we get back, and then we can resume.
yeah. Just before we go to the break, it's just once again, I just feel like who he is as a person kind of make this. It's not an easy thing for somebody to accept. Do you understand?
Yeah,
A lot of people when they face challenges like this, and it could really have a negative impact on them. But one thing I would say that I realized from meeting him is who he is as a person, his character, his personality makes it an easy transition as well.
yeah,
Because like I said, he and I, we always laugh. There's a bunch of things, even though we're having regular conversations, there's a bunch of things he and I we will laugh about. And we're
yeah,
probably gonna get off this call. But I already know what I'm gonna call him about to say, and he probably got one that he's gonna call me and say. But there's a bunch of things that we're having a conversation about just based on his sense of humor
yeah,
and my sense of humor. We can laugh about things like that, and it's not so serious.
yeah,
And I feel like sometimes who you are as a person kind of determine how you deal with certain situations.
yeah,
So just his character, his personality, his sense of humor, who he is, and how he was built. And you and I were very religious, brother Rahim,
yeah,
and brother Marcus also to a certain extent is religious. I didn't get to real, I didn't, we didn't go in depth of how religious he is, but
yeah,
in our own language, they can say God can give you anything you can manage.
yeah,
You understand? And it goes back to him, and it clearly applies to him because with his personality and his character trait, like he is built for situations. He's a person that's built for situations like this. That
Mm.
things are not gonna break him as easy as it will break somebody else. So
Mm.
before we go on a quick break, that's just something I want to share with the viewers. And sometimes having these character traits and these personality are things that we can also develop as individuals. You understand? Even though some of us are born like that, but these are also character traits that we can develop within ourselves. So
Mm.
sometimes, so that's just one thing I want to share to the viewers, people in similar situations and people in similar conditions that even though it's challenging and it's very difficult, but once again, our brother is displaying certain character traits and personality that is assisting him to get walk through this situation on not with an ease, but to make it less strenuous than it should be. So
yeah,
that's one thing I want other viewers to take away from that.
All
yeah.
right.
Thank you
Come
for that.
back.
And
Come back.
go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
Back from break. I would love to touch base on what I thought when I seen Prince coming to my apartment. I definitely want to touch base on.
Yeah, we'll get to that momentarily. But on that note about what Prince said, right? I wanted you to watch the video again because I guess a lot of people may have just flipped through Facebook and YouTube so they can be able to see what actually is your story. So let's just play the video once again so that people can see your story.
Able to transfer by himself. Ever.
Today marks 11 years since the accident that tremendously impacted my life. In fact, the circumstances were so grave, my life almost ended. It was the prognosis of the physicians attending to me that I wouldn't live through the night. Well, they were proven wrong. My eyes opened and I saw light again. The world I had opened my eyes to and drew breath from was a starkly different one from the one I had before this awful occurrence. The doctors and personnel tasked with improving my physical condition had reached another conclusion. They said I'd never be able to perform everyday tasks without help from someone else. I knew in my heart this wasn't the case. Besides, these were the same people I had to prove wrong once before when they said I wouldn't survive. I knew I proved them wrong once again. These days, do I need assistance? Yes. To the degree the professional said it would be? Absolutely not. The goal of achieving even basic lifestyle activities seemed unattainable. 11 years later, I take a reflective look back on the hardships that brought me here. The pandemic of 2019 was a dark cloud. I found a silver lining in it though. The extra quarantine time gave me enough time to integrate a cardio exercise program into my daily regimen. I was doing cardio about 3 to 4 times a week for about an hour and ended up losing a considerable amount of weight. Just so you know, I don't make these videos for me. I make these videos for you, who don't feel you can get out of bed. I make these videos for you, people who feel your day at work is just too hard. I make these videos for you, who struggle in your marriage. I make these videos for you, who don't feel there's no point in moving forward. I make these videos for you, who just feel like giving up. I make these videos for you, who feel there's no room to improve. I make these videos to show and improve there's always a better day ahead. Therefore, I don't make these videos for you. I make these videos for us.
Wow, wow, wow. You know, the incredible part of the video is the end part where he's saying, I make the video for you, you who, might be faced with the same situation. I made a video for you because, my condition is not deterring me, to say, yes, I'm going to give a no. So it's a
Very
really
powerful. Very powerful.
story, powerful story. And for our viewer out there, if you're watching, you just saw the clip of Mr. Michael explaining his story. How he been through a horrible back accident that resulted to a. You saw the video, the hands, the legs, but yet he's not giving up. Despite his condition. So please share the podcast, make some comment. We highly appreciate you for that. And also, if you want to ask questions based on the video that you have seen, please send that to my Facebook, and I'll be able to ask Michael. So, Michael, go ahead. I know you wanted to say something earlier before we took that break, but go ahead.
Yeah, again. As we know, like my life, I need assistance for everything. Like I said, so I need a home health aide around the clock, 24 hours, 7 days a week, right?
Yeah.
Prince came into my apartment, right? And look, I'm not racist in no shape or form. We all have to make money some way, somehow, you know? But again, I need help with everything. So they sent somebody here, and his English was just, his English wasn't too good at all.
Who was that?
I don't even know his name. But
who was that Michael referring to?
Prior to me, he's saying.
He was here before Prince came.
Okay.
Prince came to take his spot.
All right.
Because the guy, he didn't understand me. And again, I need help with everything. So if I'm telling him I'm telling him to go left, he's going right. It's not going to work, So Prince came in, and when I first seen him, he's younger.
You clicked, right?
No, he's young. So I see a young man walk in.
Okay.
I see a young man walk in with braids, dreads. I said, oh, man. Oh, man, what are they doing to me? Because the guy that was just here, he didn't understand what I was saying to him. He didn't speak English. So now I feel like, oh, man, they sent a young guy here. Hopefully he's not a thug. Oh, man, he got braids. Oh, man, he's younger. He's going to give me a hard time because it's difficult to click with people mentally in this line of work.
Yeah.
And most people who are younger in this line of work, they don't want to do the job. They don't want to do the job. They want to come. They want to hang out. They want to watch TV. They want to go outside. They don't want to do the job. So when he came, that's me, I'm seeing, what's the word I'm looking for? Use a word a little.
Choose your words wisely, Marcus. Choose your words wisely,
Oh,
man.
because I'm choosing wisely. Um, not discriminating, but basically, I'm putting them in the same basket as I did with everybody else that don't want to do the job. Because
Yeah.
if you have a job to do and you're not going to do it, trust me, I'm going to call you on it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be quiet about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, this is what you're here for. I need this assistance. So
Yeah.
you're not gonna be here just to do nothing all day. You're gonna do your job. So when he came, that's the outlook I had on him. And I was judging a little bit, but not much. I was like, this guy, he's gonna be younger, he's not gonna want to do his job and stuff. And I was completely wrong.
Oh.
I was completely wrong. He was fun. Once the jokes started rolling in, we're joking, we're laughing, he's doing his job at the same time. I said, wow, this is a blessing here.
It's amazing how I met Prince myself, right? We usually go through TikTok and then we go to several different community and just visit, to just share our input because a lot of time on TikTok, you see people discussing so many things about relationship, making a lot of projection about man is there, woman is there, that kind of thing. So it happened that the girl was having a little live and I was there and Prince just appeared on the live too because he was interested in the topic and he's a great guy, you know. Then we started having that conversation and myself, I gave a 5 different reasons why this, and he said, "Wow, this guy spoke profoundly. He might be somebody great. I think he could be my role model." So that's how he and myself clip. And today, long story short, we are friends today, and we are having show. We had our first show because we both come from Liberia, so we, sometimes we discuss the thing about our country because we want to see better thing happen for our country, and that's how Prince and myself, we in friend. So, like you saying, right? Some people sometimes your first, interaction, you get clipped with them right away, and you get it, that sense of harmony that you talk about, right? You see the alignment, you begin to say, oh yeah, this person, I think they are, yeah. That's how he and I met. But we got like roughly maybe 7 more minutes. So, is there anything else that Prince you want to ask Mr. Michael?
Yeah,
He, yeah, go.
yeah, on definitely. Once again, like I said, I had a from the very first moment I met him, I felt for me, I'm somebody who you can say I'm observant.
Yeah.
I pay attention to, and he's worse than me. I
Mm-hmm.
thought I was the only person like that, but
Mm-hmm.
he is very worse. This guy would listen to every single word that come out of your mouth, and pause. But he will break down everything, and sometimes when you're not thinking about something, like 3 days later he's gonna come back to you and say you said this, and I'm somebody that's built like that as well. So from the very moment I was observing him, but I wasn't trying. I was also studying him as a person, because once again, I feel like the best way to learn about somebody is to kind of take a step back and pay attention to them and study them together. So I studied him. I learned who he was as an individual, and for me, I'm a thinker, so I pay attention to how people think, the words that come out of their mouth and stuff. And from the very first day I met him, man, I was inspired and I was motivated. So, and this is somebody that's not in similar situation, and once again, I will never be able to put myself in his predicament. But what I want to say is, what I want to ask him is that from people of all walks of life, people who are in similar situations like you, and people who aren't in situations like you. What is something that you would say to them, like that? What kind of your situation entirely is an inspiration to anybody who wants to be motivated,
Yeah.
but coming out of your mouth, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is something that you would want to say or say to anybody else just in general, whether it's in your situation or whatever, to kind of like motivate them and give them that drive and ambition? Because we all know between me, you, and brother Rahim, there are things that you wish you want to do, and there are things that you were doing before that, unfortunately, due to circumstances, you can't do at this moment. So, with your experience prior to you getting in this situation, with your current life situation, and just looking at the future that's ahead of all of us, like, what is something that you would present out there to people to say, like, come on, like, what is a motivation that you would give to the youth, older person, anybody from any walk of life to kind of use their time wisely and just to change their perception on life? What's something that you would say to them?
I will say this, and I'll repeat it. There's nothing I could say, nothing you could say, nothing you could say to make these people want to do it. It has to be within themselves. They have to look forward and look out into the world and say, you know what? I deserve that. I want that. I'm going to go get that. They have to want it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should give up on life. Life is a beautiful thing. Don't waste it. Don't let life just pass by, because trust me, when you get old and you're old and gray and you can't do nothing for yourself, you're going to wish you had that motivation within yourself to want that drive to want it. None of us could say it to make anybody want to do it any more than themselves. Of course, I do these videos, I speak to people so they could see me and see, wow, he did it. If he did it, I could do it. But they got to have that fire within themselves. They got to have that fire beating them on the shoulders, pushing them forward to go get it. You have to be a go-getter. You have to be a go-getter. That fire has to be within you. And if it diminished and it's not there no more, you restart it. You keep it going. You strike that match. You throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? You have to fight for it. You got to always want more. Never quit. Never give up.
Yeah. I love the choice of word fired, and drive. All of these things are all, good words, when it comes to, somebody who don't want to give up, because it's important that when you face with certain situation, a lot of people give up so soon. When,
Yes.
especially knowing in that video that we watched, you know, I still cannot believe how strong and how resilient you are, knowing your situation, but yet using your situation to encourage other people. So to our viewer out there, we want to say, share the podcast, make some comment. We highly appreciate you for that. I saw the video clip about our guest, Michael B, who, had shared his story through that clip. You saw his condition. He had a terrible back accident that resulted to uh, broken leg, broken hands, and today he using his situation to encourage somebody who might find himself in similar situation, that you shouldn't, look at your condition and be terrified about what happened, but you can use your situation to encourage other people, and that's what we are doing here. Okay, go ahead, Michael. I know you want to say something.
And not to cut you off,
Yeah.
I wish there was a way you could show my first video where they could see where it started, where they could show the pictures of me in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? Where I don't have a broken arm, I lost my arm, lost my leg. You see? That's a fake arm. You see that? That's not
Yeah. Yeah. See that.
amputation, amputated arm, amputated leg. And even with all I lost, I still push forward for a better day.
Yeah.
So trust me, if I lost all of this, you guys have nothing but the road ahead of you to want more and going for more.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Of course.
That is so inspiring, and for me, I'm glad that I'm able to see you today. I know we had a conversation on our group, call, but it's really a good thing to be able to meet you now. Now you are part of my own life too now, because I see you as my friend and brother, and I can learn from you because of your incredible story. So, folks, this is how we come to the end of our show. We want to say thank you for stopping by. I wish we had ample time to go ahead, but unfortunately, we only have like an hour to go through this interview. But we want to thank our guest, Mr. Michael B, for taking his time to be a part of our show, and then also Brains, who served as a co-host today. to our Rahim show. Prince, thank you as always. Michael, before we leave, what would be your parting statement for our viewer out there who are watching this show? Maybe like some key specific word that you want to, say out there to people, who are watching.
All I could say is, you see me, you see my condition, you see you. Let you see me as your light at the end of the tunnel. You make it as far as you can. Just don't give up. Never quit. Never quit no matter what, because there's always a better day ahead. Like I said, there's always a better day ahead. You just got to always strive for it. Don't let nobody ever take that away from you. We're all going to have hard times. We're all going to have difficult times with people, friends, family, jobs could break you down, make you feel less than. But you got to always believe in yourself and never let nobody take that away from you.
Thank you. And then also, Prince, I know you've been on the show before, but
Yes, sir.
say you encountered yourself with Michael. I know you've been knowing him for a little while, and then also you have seen him, his personality in detail. So what really have really touched your life concerning your interaction with Mr. Michael that you want to share with our viewer out there?
Just to first of all, to Marcus, I just want to tell him thank you for being not just an inspiration to me, but for being an inspiration to many other people out there.
Yeah,
And just to continue to remind him that every day when he wakes up to do the things that he's do, just like his poem said, it's not just for him, but it's for us.
yeah,
You understand? And I from the very first day, like I told you, I was inspired. I didn't communicate that with him from the jump, but I felt inspired. I'm like, man, like this guy is, you know what I'm saying, in this condition, and look at everything he's doing. And I went for a job, but I met a friend, and he and I, we still reach out to each other, and like outside of the professional aspect of things, we still laugh and joke about everything. So he's an inspiration, and I just want him to understand that he can always reach out to me, and I'm sure, knowing the type of person you are, he can always reach out to you, whether he just wants to make a call, to call us, or to hang out, and we're always there, as friends, brothers, or family, for whatever it is you need. And this conversation just don't end here. I know
yeah,
this is the very first interview we're doing. We're gonna continue and further this, and do other things to continue to get your story out there, so continue to motivate and inspire other people. And thank you very much for your time, for coming on the platform, and we appreciate you. And we just want you to stay strong in your journey, and continue to motivate and push other people who are in similar situations, who aren't in similar situations, to be a better self, and just to aspire for more out of this life. So once again, we tell you thank you for taking your time to come on here, and we appreciate you. And this is not the last stop. We're going to continue to do more to push your story out there. Thank you very much.
yeah.
Thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it. I appreciate, to get my story out there to help others, because that's my goal. So I really appreciate you guys giving me this chance to be on the show, to show and inspire others. I appreciate it. And
Thank you, Mike, for taking up your time to
you
be
guys,
and then also we like Prince said, it's not just going to be just only on the YouTube and the Facebook. We will have a series of show, especially on on the TikTok page that you usually recommend as well. We're going to do that too, because a lot of people trend on TikTok as well. So we're going to find a way to see how best we can have a live like this too, and share some of the things too, so that people can see this. But it's good to have you guys. I want to say thanks for your time, and to our viewer out there, I want to say thank you for taking your time to be a part of our show. Good night. Thank you, guys.
All right, thank you very much, guys. And I'll talk to you guys after this, of course.
all right, friends. Catch you guys
All
later.
right, take care. All right, of course.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Follow us on Facebook and YouTube.